Hi everybody, we're Rob and Leslie Hildebrand.
Welcome to the Château de la Grifferaie.
3 years ago, we sold or mortgaged everything we had to buy this beautiful chateau.
With the hope that we could create a special place of learning for young people to learn about their world and themselves.
It's been an amazing adventure so far, with so much more to come.
So come along with us as we wake this sleeping beauty and restore her to her former glory.
Beautiful morning at the chateau. It's so much more pleasant here when it's warm and you don't have to fight the cold the whole time. It's just truly beautiful. Somebody decided it was time to get up. Who is that, I wonder? I think it was Mr. Bingley. This is a little traumatic. I'm hearing something moving around in the drain pipe and I think it's stuck, and so I'm trying to get it out so it doesn't die. If I'm not successful, I will probably not put this video on. I don't know if it's a mouse, a rat, a bird. I'm sure it's having a terrible day. Let's try to get it out. All right, let's see if we can rescue this bird. All right, see if we can see this little guy. He's right there. Oh, okay, how are we gonna do this? Look. You can do it. You can do it. It's okay to come down. Come down. Come down. Little one, come down. Well, what do we do? How are we gonna get you out? How are we gonna get you out, little bird? Do we just wait for you to fall? How on earth? Turns out this was pretty full. See if I can dump it out. See if you can see. I think there's more than that in there. I can feel it, it's heavy. Again, a metaphor. You know, you got a bird, probably a bird who has gotten himself into a little bit of trouble, fallen all the way down, and probably is desperately trying not to fall any farther. Scared for death. You know, sitting on a pile of junk in a drain. I mean, water was gonna come up there, it could drown, terrible. And now is clinging on for dear life. Trying not to fall when the best thing for him right now would be to fall and land on this pillow that I've made. Come on, little one, come on down. I don't want to put the stick up and hurt him. I can't take it apart further. I don't want to go put water down from the top and flush him down. We might just wait, and then when he falls, he'll land on this nice pillow I made, so he won't get hurt very badly. And he has a chance to live, but he has to overcome his fear. Oh, I want to try to see him. Come on down. Let's go. You made it down this far. Come on, you can come. You can do it. Let's go. Come on down. You don't want to live your life in a pipe. Yes, yes. Keep coming. All right, it's time to put these guys back together, and maybe I'll put a time lapse or something on so you can see the boards coming together with those beautiful spray painted black wrought iron braces. And I think I might talk a little bit during it too. And you know what I want to talk about is the kingdom of God. In Christian thinking, the kingdom of God is the realm, is the domain of the king, the domain where the king's influence is respected. So where enemies are loved and offenders are forgiven and grace is extended to the needy and the hungry are fed, and where you love your neighbor. All these things are the kingdom of God. And so, you know, sometimes religious people like myself use terms that maybe freak people out a little bit. Like I say something like, I want to build the kingdom of God. And that doesn't mean we're trying to start a crusade and go fight people in another country. Nope, nothing like that. What I mean is you're trying to do good in this world, like taking a bird, rescuing a bird that's caught in a drain pipe. That's the work of the kingdom of God. Building a bench and beautifying a chateau that's old, well, in a little bit, that's the kingdom of God. Creating a place where students can come and understand their world and live in community and develop meaningful friendships and learn about themselves and to explore their faith and to explore the Bible. That's part of the kingdom of God, and that's what we're doing. And every part of it, even when we're just building a bench, it still goes to the same goal. So you're not just building a bench, you're participating in the kingdom of God. Anyways, there's a little practical theology 101. I'm feeling kind of moved after we got that bird out. We now have 4 benches, 4 beautiful benches. I've always wanted a bench out here at the front, just so somebody can sit here and enjoy that view. It's just too nice not to be seen. So we have one bench on the terrace looking out, one bench on the back of the rose garden looking at the back of the chateau, one on the front of the rose garden that we'll watch the volleyball players. Then we have one more to go. And when we get that one more, we may put this bench on the front terrace looking out on the front yard, which should also be nice. Boy, it's a good life.
Sometimes just getting the strong basics clean is where we've been at. But you know, on some of the windows, there have been these odd decals or decals, whatever country you live in, how we say it. And I think maybe like the last owners had them on. I think maybe they repelled flies or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I have found any number of these on several windows, and it is very annoying. And we've taken them off, but it's been hard to get off. And then I just had an idea. Let's use the Windexy stuff. And I got out my thing that I use when I scrape paint off windows. And why have I not done this before? It is actually brilliant. It works perfectly great. Now, clearly this is the wrong blade. The blade that was in here was dull, and we just needed to have something better. So we used extra blades that we were using to cut wallpaper and kind of shoved them in there. So I get it. It's not right, but we're doing that until we can get a replacement. But look at that. It actually comes off brilliantly. And I think we're actually gonna have, sorry, this is my left hand. I'm not super great with my left hand, but it was working great. And I'm very excited we're gonna get it off. Yay.
I do love it when the trees start to bloom in the back.
Leaf out.
Leaf out, yeah, not bloom, I guess, but you know, there's privacy and it's also just beautiful. Mm-hmm. The lawn is growing like 10 bears.
All right, little update. Look at our little hydrangeas. Ironically, one is really going to beat the band at the end. This one's halfway, and this one, maybe the back one gets more sun. It's nice they're finally getting some sun now because the sun is hitting. We've been kind of in the shade up till now, so they'll probably always be a little slow, which I'm not sad about. This guy maybe needs to have some stuff trimmed off, but they aren't dead, so maybe he's taking a minute to wake up. Let's hope. But look at the rest of them. Yay. I think we're gonna have blooms this year, maybe. Like, look at this guy. He's doing spectacular. Although he's also getting eaten. Interesting. See that? Uh-oh.
I just had a great haircut. Really like it. Nice and short. Giving this guy a shout out. He's new to town. I believe he's an immigrant like me, and I hope he gets some good business because he's really competitive price and did an incredible job. He was doing stuff with my hair that I've never seen a hairdresser do. So anyways, go get him. I was driving by the bakery, and usually when you drive by the bakery in France, you want to pick up a $1 baguette. It tastes so good and it's not that expensive. And then I thought, how often does a person get to live in France? Let's have a beautiful picnic on the back terrace. Tarte citron, bras de Venus. It's like a cheese puff, local. And then we got a quiche for Leslie.
You bet.
See, your favorite.
My favorite.
They didn't have your iced tea, so just water.
That's okay.
And I got a burger and a Coke. Yum. Bon appetit. Here we are having our little picnic, Mr. Bingley and I, and of course Leslie. We hear buzzing, and then we see bees going into our house.
If you wait a second, you'll see it.
And we see holes. It would appear there is a type of bee that is carving holes inside our chateau for a home.
They're carving or they're just being an opportunist.
There are holes look suspiciously like the size of the bees. We'll see if we can catch one coming out.
I don't know if they're just saying this would be a nice, cool spot to live. I don't know.
No, I think they're coming with regularity. Leslie was saying the other day after I was telling her about how I rescued the bird from, by the way, right close to where we are. How in some ways we should call this series Survivor.
That's for sure.
Because there's kind of always something being thrown at you. You got to figure
Survivor.
out.
Real reality.
Actual Survivor, not like some makeup thing. All right, trim on this room is done, and Leslie started cleaning, couldn't help herself. She painted the baseboard. So good progress. Now it's time for the next room. Going into the guy's room. This is the guy's area. And starting to pull it apart already. That one we can't move, so we're gonna tarp. But yeah, we got work to do here. Let's get going. Well, that might actually be fun to scrape, I think. Well, this is officially going great. I don't know if it's because it's the second room, and you know, in life, you just get better. The more you do stuff, you just get better at it and faster at it. So that's maybe partly it. Like, I have an idea what it's gonna look like once the paint comes on, so I know what to avoid. But secondly, it just scrapes like a dream. It just comes right off. And then, you know, even when you're doing the sanding, little pieces come off, and man, this is gonna go quick. I don't think it'll take a whole day, this room. What you've seen in this time lapse is 1/6 of the job. There's 6 positions of the scaffolding. This is one of them. Got a lot of windows open today. So beautiful. It's over 20 degrees, over 70 Fahrenheit. And man, you're just wishing, can every month be April or May? I mean, it's so beautiful. But the trees coming out and the temperature, the beautiful temperature, taking all that old, damp, moldy air out of the chateau, drying it out, and absolutely loving life. You know, and honestly, the sun being up earlier and going down later, you feel like working more. You know, you finish dinner and you're like, well, maybe I could do a couple hours of work. And there's the part of you that's like, I gotta stay balanced. I can't just work every night. But then there's the other part of you that sees all this stuff, and so you're like, maybe just 2 hours. You know, we'll work a little bit and then we'll call it a day. Ooh, love April.
Well, the spring session cleaning has begun. When we're out of season, I always cover the beds up. just so we can try to keep, I don't know, things slightly non-dusty and stuff like that. But remember, we had those crazy birds in here. So I don't even know why they came in here, but I am finding multiple things. I just spent the last hour wiping down and washing this beautiful marble fireplace. And it's finally getting clean, which is awesome. Then of course we're gonna wash windows, and not just wash windows, but we'll wash inside each of the shutters and the inside of the shutters, which is no short feat considering how tall they are. Then of course we have to wash floors, because again, I just started wiping up all the gunk they left, and there are multiple spots, unfortunately, of yuckiness. And then shine up all the sinks, wash more windows. What in the world is that thing? I don't know. Really interesting. Anyways, so more bird remains, and of course more shutters all the way up to wipe down and make smell beautiful. And then this room as well. Lots of tubs, toilets, windows, shutters, floors that need attention. No small feat, not gonna lie. Wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so tall, but they are tall. So let the work begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:14 p.m. on Saturday night. Got a nice day of rest tomorrow. Big treat, church is at 10 a.m. instead of 3. Our church has been without a building for a couple of years. Really quite a story, actually. So the good folks of the Baptist church let us meet for free. Isn't that nice? Use their building. Way to go, Kingdom of God. But we of course have to meet at 3 p.m. because they meet in the morning. And before that, by the way, the Gypsy Church let us meet in their church for free. But I guess something's going on tomorrow. We can't do it. I don't know. There's a conflict. Maybe it's a soccer game, a football match. It's right next to the stadium. And maybe it's something else, but we're meeting in the salle de Hutterites. I think it's the Hutterites building, so that'll be fun, but 10 o'clock. Anyways, it's evening. Once again, ended up working. I blame it on the good weather. You just want to get something else done. I think we worked 4 nights this week, which is not the way we want to roll. I want to be done by 5, 6 o'clock every day, just for balance, and not work on Sunday. I think you want to work 60 hours every week. We know when the students get here, we'll be working long hours, like 12, 14-hour days. Fun work, but still work. And so we should be going easy, but it's 30 days till they get here, so we're on the clock. And this pile, I'm burning wood pile, so it's a fun job. And while it's burning, I'm also mowing a little bit. Doesn't that look nice? I'm telling you, it's growing like 10 bears. I'll tell you why I had to burn this pile. I had to burn this pile because a couple of years ago, our son-in-law-to-be, great guy Isaac, came out and he was cutting stuff down for us. And he said, what should I do with it? I said, well, let's just make a pile there. And he said, oh, is that going to be okay? I said, sure. And I go, I'll burn it. Well, 2 years later, I'm just getting to it. So, sorry, Isaac. I got to it finally, but anyways, I don't have it all yet, but I got a lot of it. Of course, making the task a little bit more challenging, stinging nettle has grown up all the way around it. Oh, this gives you actually a little peek into our life. Let me explain this. So I get out of here and I see that there's stinging nettle around all the wood. And I don't have any gloves. And I got like shorts on. And I'm like, this is going to hurt. If I grab the wood out of here, it is going to hurt. And I'm kind of like, well, I should really go get some gloves. But if I go get gloves, it's going to take, 10 minutes by the time I get there and back and find the gloves. And we're on the clock. We got so much to do. And so I'm like, I don't know if I have time to get the gloves. So you're like, well, I guess we're just going to take the pain for that 10 minutes. That kind of gives you an eye into the mentality of the Château owner and some of the pressure you're under. Very exciting. We had church at 10 a.m., which means we get to go out for Sunday lunch like we always do in America. Look at what a lovely spot. This is the square here in Angers. What we call the square. It feels very Paris, very Parisian. Beautiful buildings, but that view over there is quite, the church in the background.
So obviously we like pastries in France. These are adorable. Check them out, how little they are.
Isn't that great? And also, so yeah, this is the first course of 3 courses for the brunch.
Bon moment jam, apricot,
butter,
and raspberry probably. No, strawberry.
Also included is orange juice and I believe a hot beverage, which we chose hot chocolate. I don't want too much coffee.
That's true.
And now the beverages have come out.
Yum.
Hot chocolate, orange juice, the ice. Ice is a little unusual. And then bread too.
That's true.
So bread to go with our bread.
Table's not big enough.
No, it's gonna be good.
Santé.
Santé. Yeah, it's coming out fast today. We got oh, there's a little wasp. We got a big full plate. Hey, look at this. The brunch.
I know it too.
I've got the avocado toast with salmon.
Very large beef.
And then you've got that. What is it? Eggs?
Eggs Benedict with smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon, eggs Benedict.
I think you're going to be getting some of it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It's large.
And the brunch comes with a dessert course. We also got the French toast.
If we didn't need more bread.
Yeah, brioche.
I love it.
We went a little heavy with the bread. And I have pancakes for my dessert.
Cute.
Yeah, they do look cute.